Good morning, Boker Tov. It's wonderful to be here with you this morning on this beautiful Tuesday morning, the 10th of June. I hope that today has started out as a good day for each of you and for all of us. And it's a pleasure to be here with you this morning on this lovely Tuesday and to share some poetic words of hope from Rich Orloff, and at the same time to start our day together. Good morning, Mariah. And everyone, please do go ahead as she did and share a greeting with one another and with me. To one, to all, Boker Tov. Welcome to Boker Tov from Temple Sinai, Temple Sinai Congregation of Toronto's daily opportunity to connect, to reflect, and to remember. Good morning, Annette and Joni and Eleanor. To one and all, it's a beautiful day today, and just really lovely to be here together and to have the opportunity to spend this day, to take this moment and reflect on our world, on our place in it, on our challenges, and of course, on our blessings. And so let's begin this morning with those blessings, with the wonder of awakening each day and our physical functioning at the level that it is. Now let's recite this prayer in translation in English, and then we'll continue with today the Hebrew and English of the prayer for the soul. Blessed eternal God, creator of the universe, you have fashioned our bodies with wisdom, creating within us a finely balanced network. To stand before you in prayer is itself a fragile miracle. Eternal God, we praise you as the healer of body and spirit. And so the prayer of the neshama, the soul, the breath, the divine breath in each of us. We let the breath out when there's a hey at the end of a word with a dot with a mapik in it. So please join me in the Hebrew and the English of this prayer. Eloi, neshama shenatata bi Torahi, atavrata, atayitzalta, atanafachta bi, vatamshamra bekirbi, kol zman shan shema bekirbi, modeh ani lefanecha. Adonai Eloi Eloi Avotai, Ribon kol ha'ma'asim, Adon kol ha'neshamot. Baruch atah Adonai, asher be'ado nefesh kol chai, beruach kol basar ish. The soul that you have given me, O God, is a pure one. You have created and formed it, breathed it into me, and within me you sustain it. So long as my soul is within me, I will give thanks to you, eternal my God and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. We praise you, eternal God, in whose hand is the power of all life and the spirit of all flesh. And let's join together for this prayer for the obligation, the opportunity, the wonder, the challenge that is Torah study. All of them together allow us to engage not only our mind, but our heart and our soul as we investigate the oldest texts of our people and the brand newest. Please join me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. V'arev na Adonai Eloheinu et divrei Toratcha b'finu, v'fi amcha beit Yisrael, ונהיה אנחנו וצאצאינו, וצאצאי עמך בית ישראל, כולנו יודעי שמך ולומדי תורתך לשמה. ברוך אתה אדוני, המלמד תורה לעמו ישראל. אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור. These are the obligations whose value cannot be measured. They nourish us in this world and help us to create the world to come. Kibud av va'em, to honor fathers and mothers. Ugmilut chasadim, to perform acts of love and kindness. Ashkamat beit midrash shacharit ve'arovit, to attend the house of study morning and evening. V'achnasat orchim, to welcome the stranger. Uvikur cholim, to visit the sick. V'achnasat kala, to provide for brides and grooms. Ulvayat hamet, to keep faith with the dead. V'iyun tefillah, to pray with sincerity. V'hava'at shalom ben adam lechavero, to make peace when there is strife. V'talmud Torah keneged kulam, and the study of Torah is equal to them all. Let's continue with our Birchot HaShachal, with our morning blessings. Today, according to one counting, is the 613th day of captivity for the hostages. As many days as there are mitzvot, Taryag, Yamim. We hope that by living up to our responsibilities, we can, in some small way, bring closer the moment when all of them living and no longer living will be brought home to reunite with their families or to respectfully be laid to rest. We recite now these prayers, part in Hebrew, part in English. We'll do the first one half Hebrew, half English, the second one entirely in Hebrew, and alternate, except our prayer for returning the captives, Matir Asurim, setting them free. We'll recite in both ways. Please join me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam. You have given the rooster the natural wisdom to distinguish day from night. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tzalmenu kidmutenu. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, you have given me free will. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, you have helped me provide for my needs. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, you clothe the naked. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim. And again, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, you release those who are held captive. Half and half. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, you help those who are bowed to stand straight. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, roka haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, you guide each person's steps. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael b'gvura. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, you crown Israel with glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hanoten le'yayif koach. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, you remove sleep from my eyes and weariness from my eyelids. And having now recited 18 brachot, 15 blessings here, plus the 3 before it to make 18 blessings, we now continue with Shema Yisrael, chanting the last paragraph as I accidentally didn't do yesterday. Please join me in these words that ring with the sounds of Torah. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha. Ve'ayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavcha hayom al levavecha. Ve'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam. V'shivtecha b'vetecha uvelechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha. Ukshaltam leot al yedecha, vayu letotafot ben enecha, uchtabtam al mezuzot betecha, uvish arecha. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor, daber el bnei Yisrael, ve'amarta aleim, ve'yasu lahem tzitzit, al kanfei vigdeihem ledotam, ve'natnu al tzitzit hakanaf betil techelet, והיה לכם לציצית וראיתם אותו וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם ולא תטו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניהם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת. Well, let us continue now with words of modern Torah, poetic words from Rich Orloff. These are times where many often find it difficult seeing what's going on in our world for those who pass as our leaders to be a source of hope, and we need to find hope in other ways. And I want to share today a poem that Rich has written, that Rich Orloff, writer and friend who worked with us on our Yizkor service at Temple, but who continues to share poetic prayers with the larger world. And recently he shared this prayer called A Prayer to Overcome Numbness. And it struck me as so much that goes on today can result in that feeling. So I want to share it with you today, share a few words, and maybe share it again. A Prayer to Overcome Numbness by Rich Orloff. On days when the acts of the powerful make me sad, angry, horrified, or numb, on days when it feels as if existence is made of jello and we're all trying to stand firmly on it, a voice gently guides me. Let yourself grieve as loudly as an overwrought mourner at a funeral, still absorbing the shocking loss of a precious love. Do not be afraid of rage when used skillfully. Rage is like a laser, aimed with precision at a tumor without harming healthy tissue. Embrace joy as a political statement, as a stubborn refusal to feel defeated. Find every reason to rejoice, even if it's simply your next breath. Do not take refuge in moral superiority. Let others have a monopoly on the creation of enemies. Celebrate every victory. Never diminish any accomplishment. I can't guarantee your actions will succeed. Some fights take generations to win. You still have a role to play. Be the one who helps prepare the world for miracles. And one thing you can do each day is reach out in kindness to someone in pain, because more than ever, the world needs your love. I found this writing of Rich's quite moving, a reminder that we don't necessarily see the results of our actions. We need to make meaningful and significant choices, and in doing so, potentially prepare the world for a better time. And also about the power of expressing emotion, even in ways that may be uncomfortable. Even some of the way he describes it made me uncomfortable, but it seemed to me that was part of the intention of the poem, is to remind us that if we stay within our comfort zone, that it's very hard to bring about change. Um, so please, one more time, these words by Rich. On days when the acts of the powerful make me sad, angry, horrified, or numb, on days when it feels as if existence is made of jello and we're all trying to stand firmly on it, a voice gently guides me. Let yourself grieve as loudly as an overwrought mourner at a funeral, still absorbing the shocking loss of a precious loved one. Do not be afraid of rage. When used skillfully, rage is like a laser, aimed with precision at a tumor without harming healthy tissue. Embrace joy as a political statement, as a stubborn refusal to feel defeated. Find every reason to rejoice, even if it's simply your next breath. Do not take refuge in moral superiority. Let others have a monopoly on the creation of enemies. Celebrate every victory. Never diminish any accomplishment. I can't guarantee your actions will succeed. Some fights take generations to win. You still have a role to play. Be the one who helps prepare the world for miracles. And one thing you can do each day is reach out in kindness to someone in pain, because more than ever, the world needs your love. I hope that these words find a place with you like they have with me. There's so many reasons to mourn, to respond, to wonder, to feel, including the ongoing pain of a war that should have ended long ago, in fact, should never have begun had criminal terrorist Hamas not committed the atrocity of October the 7th, with painfully the goal of this war in mind. I pray that somehow today's actions will be part of a path to a better time. And in that sense, I show gratitude for those who wear the uniform during this painful and awful time. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב ואמותינו שרה רבקה לאה ורחל, הוא יברך את חיילי צבא ההגנה לישראל ושאר מגיני עמנו העומדים על משמרתם. ישמרם הקדוש ברוך הוא ויצילם מכל צרה וצוקה, מכל נגע ומחלה, וישלח ברכה בכל מעשה ידיהם, ויקוים בהם הכתוב, וכיתתו חרבותיהם לעתים, וחניתותיהם למזמרות, לא יישאו גוי לגוי חרב, ולא ימדון עוד מלחמה, וישבו איש תחת גפנו, ותחת תאנתו, ואין מחריד, ונאמר, Amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless the soldiers of the IDF, and all who stand on guard for us. May the Holy One guard them against all difficulty and distress, injury and illness. May all of their actions bring blessing, fulfilling the prophet's words. Let them beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Let nation not lift up sword against nation, and may they learn war no more. May all sit under a vine or fig tree, with none to make them afraid. Then together we say, Amen. Well, let's continue our prayers with our prayer for healing. There are so many that in need of strength and healing, so many in our congregational family, those young and less so, those in later times in their lives, and those fighting to deal with treatment and recovery, for those on a chronic path or facing injury, for all of them, as well as for those experiencing isolation, whether because of natural factors here in our world or the unnatural and criminal factor of hostages being taken by terrorists, Hamas, and their allies. May they be released immediately, and may the world awaken after far too long to their plight. For each of them, for all of them, for the names given to me and given to Temple, for the names placed in the chat and this and other services, for all in need, we turn to these words of healing. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב ואמותינו שרה, רבקה, לאה ורחל, הוא ירפא את כל מכותינו. יהי רצון מלפניך, אדוני אלוהינו, להחלימם ולרפאותם, וישלח לנו מהרה רפואה שלמה ועטרת שלום, ונאמר Amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless and heal all who suffer. May it be the divine will to provide healing and strength. Reveal to us the holiness of life, the wholeness of shalom, and let us say together, Amen. Well, it's very meaningful for us to have this time together. It's meaningful to me, for us to connect and reflect. And now we take time to remember, recalling those who died in recent days and weeks, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. During the last 30 days, we extend our condolences to the families of Audrey Albert, Conrad Cohen, Bernie Little, And we also remember all victims of terror and war, including terror victors David Liby, Gadi Chagai, Judy Weinstein Hagai, Sarah Milgram, Tzila Gez, Yaron Lashinsky, Yishai Eliakim Ulbach, Yosef Yehuda Chirak, Oha Ofek Barhana, Danilo Mokano, Leo Steinberg, Omer Van Gelder, Uri Yonatan Cohen, Yam Fried, Yoav Ravel, Tom Rothstein, Chen Gross, Dejan Daniel Sahalot, Zvi Feldman, Alon Farkas. The second collection of names were those who have been lost in the last 30 days in the war in Gaza while on IDF service. And on Yahrzeit, on this day, on the anniversary of their deaths, on this 14th day of Sivan, the 10th of June, 2025, we honor the life and legacy on Yahrzeit of Sam Brodkin, Esperanza Faustino, Michael Gans, Gunter Grunberger, Vera Katz, Helen Kramer, Herman Coover, Esther Lippman, Pearl Weinstock, Barbara Weingort, Miriam Weissman, Gordon Winthrop. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be a blessing to us. Our griefs and our sympathies are mingled as we join together in words sanctified by memory, words glorified by hope. Yit gadal v'yit kadash sheme rabba, be'alma divrach yilute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chaye dechol bet Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kari v'imru, amen. Yehi shme rabba mavarach le'alam u'lalme almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitzomam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemed kudsha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushpachata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'emu, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shmaya v'chaim, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'emu, amen. Oseh shalom b'momav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'emu, amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and bring comfort and strength to all who remember. And together we say, Amen. Well, Temple is grateful today that contributions have been made. Today, a contribution has been made to the Minion Fund by the Wayne, Stock, and Goldberg families, observing Yahrzeit for Pearl Waynestock, and a contribution has been made to the Rabbi's Discretionary Fund and the Security Campaign by Ella Futterman, observing Yahrzeit for Barbara Weingort. Zichronam Livracha, may all of their memories be a blessing, and may this day be a beautiful day. Boker Tov